meeting my least favorite. Well, not my least favorite, but like the least of my top 10 favorite is Abandoned by Disney, and it's basically about an abandoned Disney resort and a guy's little trip going there and checking it out. And I'm sorry about that distraction. I'm kind of like a bird. It's like every time I see a shiny thing, I must look. But okay, next is The Quantum Man, and it is about a science experiment gone horribly wrong. Number 8 is New City Village, which is about some actual murders that supposedly took place in New City Village, New Jersey, and you can actually look this up on Wikipedia and all over the internet. It's really out there, and New City Village is a real place. If I'm not mistaken, it is still on Google Earth, and there are satellite pictures of it. It's just like an abandoned area, basically. Okay, number 7 is String Theory, and it is about whether or not your actions truly are your own, or whether or not all of your actions are planned out since before you start doing anything ever. Okay, hold on just 1 second, gotta scroll down. Okay, next is The Russian Sleep Experiment. It's about another science experiment that goes wrong, about the Russian government keeping several prisoners of war awake for an extended period of time, and what happens to them over that time. Some of these didn't scare me, and some of these did, because some of these were more like, psychological fear kind of thing, and not just straight out, holy crap, that was kind of scary. But some of these got me thinking, and some of these it's like, holy crap, this could really happen, and then some of it it's, oh dude, that really did happen. But the next one actually kind of did freak me out a little bit, and ever since then I haven't been able to actually make this action with my hand and then point it at somebody and say bang. I just can't do that because of this next video. The next one is called Out with a Bang, and it's about a guy who the whole video is basically him recording a suicide note, and about what happens when he points his fingers like a gun and says the word bang. So, next is suicidemouse.avi. It's about a Mickey Mouse cartoon from, God, like, not necessarily World War II, but around that area. And it's supposed to be like a lost episode kind of thing, and the cartoon is supposed to make you want to kill yourself, basically, and yeah. But next is another lost episode. It was actually the very first creepypasta I had ever watched. It's Dead Bart. It's supposed to be about the lost episode of The Simpsons, where Bart dies in a weird, not plane crash, but like weird plane incident, and then he dies in like this weird incident involving a plane, and all this weird stuff starts happening after. Next is number 2 on the list is The Disappearance of Ashley, Kansas. Now everybody knows that I'm from Kansas. Well, everybody who's seen my other videos anyway. And I didn't actually believe in this story as to whether or not it was real until for a short time I had an ex who lived in Hays, Kansas, which is supposed to be located right outside of Ashley. It's supposed to be a larger city, or a larger town near Ashley, or was before Ashley just up and disappeared. But it's about basically just what the title says, about how the entire city of Ashley just up and disappeared one day. And yeah, that's basically it. I didn't believe in that one until I have an ex who lives in Hays who verified that there is some kind of weird ghost town outside of Hays, and I'm like, okay, so I might have to go check that out sometime, and I would definitely recommend that video. It's a really good one, and it did kind of scare me a little bit since this is the state I come from. But and the next is my favorite creepypasta of all time. It's The Gateway of the Mind. It's a science experiment one that I actually want to make a movie out of eventually, and it will probably be up on YouTube. I still have to find some cast members for that one, and some voiceover cast members for that too. So if anybody does come across this video and think, hey, I'd like to donate my voice to that, that's awesome. Just contact me through YouTube, a private message, or through my Facebook account or my email, and I'll have them listed down in the description below. So the Gateway of the Mind is basically a science experiment about these scientists who get a man who has nothing left to live for, and they cut off all of his senses except for speech in order to make him have a closer connection with God, so that maybe he can speak to God. And the experiment goes wrong, and he ends up, something kind of bad ends up happening to him in the end. And that one's basically one of those, you shouldn't go meddling in things you don't need to be meddling in kind of things. So that's definitely my favorite. That's number 1 on my list. And those are my top 10 favorite creepypasta videos. I'm going to have the links for all of them listed in the description box below. And that's it for this video, other than my life advice, which I always give. You guys don't get to skip out on that ever. But I got to think about what it is for a minute. So, you know, I have everything planned always except for this one specific part. So, I think that's what we're going to do for today. It's, if you're going to plan everything. Don't plan the majority of what you're doing and then just cop out with the rest and think, hey, I'll wing it. Because then you end up like this, where you're spouting out to people that you shouldn't plan halfway. So, God, that was confusing. I guess the, 2 good life advice for tonight. When you're going to plan. Don't just kind of half-ass plan. And then another one, if you're going to make a video for YouTube, don't constantly look to your right. It's not my fault. There's like this blinking thing over there, so I keep looking. And I'm like playing with my shirt now. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm like really tired of one thing. It is 7. Sorry, dyslexic moment. It's 5:17 in the morning. I have not slept all night. I slept till 3 yesterday. Got up at went to bed at probably around 11 and slept till 3. Yep. So here's to hoping I can get to bed before 7 today. Don't know that that's going to happen. I do have class today, so I am a little worried, but I think I can handle it. So I guess that's it for today. I'll have a new video up after this in a few weeks. I might try my hand at reading the creepypastas, because I don't really have one of those scary voices, but I've always been a weird